Right now we are experiencing the ride quality of our Range Rover, and so far I can say that it's way above other cars because we are on air suspension, so it's really smooth despite of the road being a little bit bumpy and shaky. But as you can see, both the drivers and the passengers are pretty comfortable.
Salimia watu kidogo. Kuna mkubwa huko nyuma. Back left.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Bright Mula. In the last two videos we talked about the Land Cruiser LC200 and the LC300, and there's one thing that came out clear in both of these cars. That's that they don't really fit in the luxury car segment. I mean, the LC300 has plastic that's meant to look like leather. That's just something else. However, today we are in something different. We're going to talk about a British manufacturer, and that's the Range Rover Sport. This time around I'll start with the interior because I love how absolutely amazing it is. Everything has been laid out to fit, and the design is just precise. I love the blend in colors, which is black and white. I believe this is white, and it's all in leather, and there's nothing trying to be something it's not. Thank you for helping me reach 100 subscribers. 95% of you, my viewers, haven't subscribed yet, so I hope you consider doing so. This Range Rover, among other cars, is at Windsor Motors. Contact Stanley for more information. Let me close the door. And then on the steering you have the badging in metal to remind you every time that you're driving a Range Rover. You also have the steering controls, which are these buttons here with mode selection, voice command, calling, cancel, actions. You can use even the cruise control here. Also, this being a Sport, you also get the shift paddles. So if you're someone who's enthusiastic about manual shifting, then you are all sorted out with that. I've always been a fan of the analog instrument cluster, but these digital clusters have started to grow on me. I previously saw the one on the Land Cruiser, and now this one is just way better. The materials on the center console, I'm not sure of what it is, but just by touching it I can tell that it's a material that is built with high quality. On the center console you also have your cup holders that are inside this space. You still get some amazing features to help you or assist you when you're going off-road, and that includes the adjustable suspensions because this car is on air suspensions. Then you also have terrain select with this knob here. You can only operate it when the car is on, but you can basically choose in maybe you're moving in ruts, you're moving on the track, you're moving on snow and other kinds of terrain that you may get. If this was the Vela, we'd have the dual screen setup, but for this one you have a screen and then the controls for the AC and other stuff. Now, to be honest, I really like using manual controls as opposed to using screens because in case of driving, in case you are driving down the highway or somewhere, it's so much easier to use the buttons or maybe these knobs to adjust your AC or your seats or something than to touch a screen because screens can be a bit clumsy. One consideration I can say I love about this car on the seats is that you have armrests for the passenger and for the driver. You know, especially when you're driving, you realize sometimes you have to place your hand on the center console on this storage cabinet because you want to get comfortable, and it can come to a point where your passenger is also trying to do the same, so you're kind of fighting for space. But on this one, the both of you have your own armrests, so no one will be fighting for space because everyone has their own stuff to deal with. Both the drivers and the passenger seats are electronically adjustable. You can adjust the recline, the positions, and even the lumbar support. Here I have to kind of raise my elbow a bit so that I can be able to control this, which is just a bit unnatural. It's not extreme like pathetic, but it would be nice to have them here. Coming to the second row, let me sit inside and feel how comfortable it is. So I can say I'm pretty comfortable, especially that this car is a smaller version of the Range Rover. I have ample space. There is a small storage point here, which I don't know exactly what can fit there. It's not so convenient. And then there's another one that is also small. I don't know what's meant to go there. What's good about this back is that there is no hump at the center, so even the passenger who will be sitting at the center seat will be at least comfortable and not having to fight for leg room with the passengers on these other sides. The system on this car is by Meridian, and that makes sure that you get the best audio quality when you are cruising in style. Is that this car has 19 speakers inside. Imagine 19 speakers. Like that's so much. If I can try to locate some of them, I can see we have one there, we have another one, that's the third, that's the fourth, that's the fifth. This is a speaker? Yes, yeah. That's the sixth, seventh, eighth, and then down there ninth. We also have speakers. This is ridiculous. These are some tiny bits of speakers. Speakers on the back side. This is 1, 2, 3, and the other side as well. We have 3 on that side. I can't locate all of them, but I'm trusting that they have 19 speakers. We are in the trunk, and we have ample space. The space is pretty huge, and the good thing about it is that it's boxy, so things can, especially suitcases. Oh, here's another speaker, and there is the other one. So it's just a stash of speakers in this car. It being an SUV, you get your spare wheel underneath this space, and this space is pretty huge, by the way. Like if it was to be converted to be trunk space, it will be really convenient. It can hold lots of stuff. There are a couple of engine options that you can get on a Range Rover, starting from 3 liter, then to a 4.4 liter V8. So according to your requirements, if you want more power, you'll go all the way up to the V8. Now the engine configurations are from an inline 6 to a V6, and then finally the V8, which is the highest and the most powerful. It's amazing that these vents you see on the bonnets are not just decorations, but they are actual vents. And you can see that they lead to this vent that is now under the hood, and then in there they go to something. Maybe it can be the air intakes, or I don't know, I'm not sure about that, but it's something that is giving air somewhere to the engine. The exterior design of the Range Rover is just unique and really good. I've not really had anyone complaining that this car looks ugly, and especially for this one, there are many haters. I know many friends of mine who hate this car, but this one, despite of its weaknesses, which can be huge, people still like it. This being a 4th generation Range Rover, uses an all aluminium unitary body structure instead of the street body used in the 3rd generation when the brand was owned by BMW, sharing most of its components with the 7 Series. The exterior of the Rover speaks for itself. It does not try to be something it's not. A brilliant design that combines various elements to create a masterpiece. From being an off-road champion to a status symbol, it's preferred by celebrities across the world, including the Kardashians and our very own Papa Jones. Yes, man. You don't have the running boards that can help you to, usually located here, that can help you to get on the vehicle. But this is a Range Rover Sport, so if you want that, go for the bigger one, the Range Rover. I absolutely love the shape at the back, the slanting sort of V-shaped curve that comes with all Range Rovers. It's the first thing I actually noticed when I first saw a Range Rover, and it's very unique and identifiable. Like no other brand has replicated the same style they have done here.
Labda wanasema siatugonge au sina pesa ya kulipa mtu. Acha nipatie hii gari
Asione ukiendesha gari afikirie uko na pesa sana.
Angalia.
Asijue muona hii tenje ama nini.
Ana tunawachukua maana nadhani unamchukua.
Hapana, pia tunamchukua. Si tu pesa yake bana. Si pesa ya gari.
Si tu huko.